welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you so much for tuning on in. You gonna come up, say hi? You got your ball again. You won this ball lately. So guys, for today's video, we're actually going to be checking out 2024's Abigail. Now, this is one that I've seen just around in general, but I don't know, I never dove into it. I think mainly because it's a vampire movie, and for some reason, I just don't do vampires. I don't do vampires, I don't do zombies, none of that. I'm a werewolf gal. But this one, I would say, I don't want to say was surprisingly good, but it was good. I found myself really enjoying it, laughing sometimes, really cringing others, and I love that we get not just a monstrous child, but the way that she revels in her monstrosity is just perfect. Seeing the other side, a vampire that enjoys what they do, it was refreshing. It's not romanticized or anything like that. It's just right to the point. I really enjoyed this movie, so highly recommend watching. But yeah, figured we'll dive on in. We're just going to do a movie review. I feel like I've talked so much about blood fragrances that we're going to do a break on that. But yeah, so directed by Tyler Gillett and Matt Bettinelli-Olpin, it was distributed by Universal Pictures. The budget was $28 million. I mean, mama, it shows. It shows. But when I saw that number, I was like, damn, really? Box office, it got about $42.8 million. Pretty good. It got a return on its investment, at least. And it was originally an adaptation of Dracula's Daughter, which was released in 1939. I feel like that could have been cool, but they definitely went a more modern route with it. So just quick little synopsis. A group of would-be criminals kidnaps the 12-year-old daughter of a powerful underworld figure. Holding her for ransom in an isolated mansion, their plan starts to unravel when they discover their young captive is actually a bloodthirsty vampire. So Angus Cloud plays Dean, Melissa Barrera plays Joey, Alicia Weir is Abigail, Catherine Newton is Sammy, Kevin Durand is Peter, Dan Stevens plays Frank, Matthew Good is the Christophe Lazar, Giancarlo Esposito plays Lambert, and William Catliff plays Rickles. So yeah, it's a good kind of diverse cast of characters. I think you have kind of someone that hits every kind of caricature archetype. But yeah, so with that, guys, let's just dive right on in. We're just gonna do another little quick one. Don't got too much to say in regards to this movie other than I really enjoyed it. I think the camp value of it works. The comedy in it is just enough. The disturbing factor of some of the scenes is really good. The pool scene with Catherine Newton and the scene of Abigail dancing with the headless corpse. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. So, young ballet dancer Abigail is abducted by 6 criminals and taken to the secluded Wilhelm Manor. Before leaving, their leader Lambert instructs them to guard Abigail for 24 hours, at which point they will receive an equal share of a $50 million ransom paid by her father. The group, using aliases to avoid identifying each other, consists of former medic and recovering drug addict Joey, former NYPD detective Frank, thrill-seeking hacker Sammy, former Marine sniper Rickles, dim-witted mob enforcer Peter, and sociopathic driver Dean. Though reluctant to continue with the plan as she was unaware Abigail was a child, Joey is tasked with managing Abigail. Joey, who has a son, is sympathetic to Abigail, promising to protect her from harm. Abigail admits her father does not care about her and will not pay the ransom, before apologizing for what is going to happen to Joey. Perturbed by Abigail's words, Frank violently confronts her, learning that her father is Christophe Lazar, a powerful, almost mythical crime lord. Dean enters the basement where he is attacked by an unseen assailant. Investigating his screams, Sammy finds Dean's decapitated corpse. The group realize that Lazar's legendary violent enforcer, Valdez, is inside the house, while the security system prevents them from leaving. Searching for a way out, Rickles is mutilated and killed. The group confronts Abigail for information, but she transforms into a vampire, revealing she is Valdez.
No.
Peter?
I'll talk to her.
Guys.
Frank shoots Abigail, but her injuries heal almost instantly. Frank, Sammy, and Peter attack Abigail with garlic, crucifixes, and other folkloric weapons said to ward off vampires to no effect. Now, this movie does get very actiony at points, so noted. I don't think it was necessarily a bad thing, but there was times where I was like, okay, it's just going to be a bunch of fighting. Also, they use the word vampire a lot. They really drive it home that she is a vampire. And I don't know, there's just some parts where it's funny, and then other points it just feels so unnecessary to be reiterating, we know she's a vampire.
Vampire on my ass! Vampire!
Her strength and speed allow her to easily overwhelm and prevent them from stabbing her through the heart. Abigail bites Sammy before being incapacitated by Joey with a tranquilizer and locked in a cage. The scene with Sammy, when she transforms too, it's so good.
Peter, you drink too much.
Upon awakening, the centuries-old Abigail reveals that she knows the group's true identities and arranged for them to abduct her through Lambert so she can kill them for wronging Lazar. Joey deduces that Abigail has killed dozens of her father's enemies in a failed effort to earn his love. Abigail effortlessly escapes her confines and attacks Frank, but Joey exposes Abigail to sunlight, which severely wounds her. Her whole arm fucking explodes. Also, kind of another good comedic moment. And Abigail is a really interesting character because you find yourself being sympathetic for her, and then that sympathy shifts and goes away. You're no longer concerned for her, you're concerned for the others. And then it teeters back and forth. It all plays out in a very satisfying way, I think. With hours before sunset, the group splits up to find an escape route. But Sammy transforms into Abigail's vampire thrall and kills Peter. And it's this interesting kind of puppetry almost. If you're the vampire that turned someone else, then you are in control of them.
Crying! You dry a thousand tears.
Just thought that was a very interesting concept. Abigail has Sammy attack Frank and Joey, forcing Joey to destroy Sammy with reflected sunlight. Lambert lures Frank and Joey to a hidden security room where he reveals Abigail. Also, it didn't even mention the pool scene in here. Oh my god. When Sammy's character falls into the pool of rotting corpses, oh my god. Truly a foul, disgusting scene. It's like that one scene in the opening of A House of Wax when she falls down that hill into the roadkill pit. It's like that, but on steroids, or Disturbia when he falls into the sewer pit with the bodies. It's disgusting. Ugh, but great visual effects. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there because they didn't mention that. That's a great scene. So Lambert lures Frank and Joey to a hidden security room where he reveals Abigail turned him into a vampire years earlier for helping Frank avoid Lazar's wrath. Frank allows Lambert to turn him into a vampire so they can kill Abigail and Lazar.
Frank, meet your first victim.
But following his transformation, Frank kills Lambert for leading him into Abigail's trap. Abigail attacks Frank, but he overpowers her and drains her blood, leaving her weakened. Cornered, Joey leaves a phone message for her son, apologizing for having been absent from his life for many years. Reveling in his power, Frank bites Joey, intending to turn her into his thrall and force her to kill Abigail and eventually her son. However, Joey does not transform because of Frank's inexperience with his new abilities, and she and Abigail team up to kill him. Also, real sadistic what Joey's character has to go through. She has like a spear pushed through her chest all the ways, and then he takes her and pulls her all the ways off of it afterwards. This movie has a lot of just kind of like sadist energy to it, which I love, but at the same time, like, oh, it makes you cringe. Abigail encourages Joey to leave and be present in her son's life, but Lazar arrives and threatens Joey.
Father, don't stop! She saved my life!
Abigail defends Joey for being present when she needed her while Lazar was not. Although Lazar angrily rebukes her, he relents for Abigail's sake and allows the bloodied and battered Joey to leave. And yeah, so Melissa Barrera, Queen, she is our final girl of this movie, and I feel like she pretty much stood out as that from the beginning. But I also figured that like Abigail would have probably come to an end. Guess not. I would kind of love to see Abigail continue on. I would. If they're gonna make a fucking, what was it called? What's that little robot? The little robot doll. Megan? Is it Megan? If they can do multiple of those, they can do multiple Abigails. I would kind of love to see the character brought back. She's just brilliantly evil, but I also understand, like, the actress is young, so she's going to be aging, and that ruins the fantasy. No. Anyways, you guys. So, yeah, I want to know your thoughts. Did you enjoy this movie? I know I did. I think it's definitely worth the watch. I think it is worth probably a couple watches. It's very entertaining, and I found myself laughing a lot as well, which I feel like there's two things. It's hard for me to, like, really find something truly hysterical, and for me to find something that's really scary or disturbing. And this is like a good in between of each. Like, it's got some great comedy and it's got some great horror in it as well. So I highly recommend. It's a little more lighthearted, even though there are some like substantial gory scenes. I think the tone of it really helps it not feel so heavy. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. Like and subscribe, all that. You know, this is a shorter one, just kind of doing these rapid fire ones while I build up the research for the deep dive movies. I guess technically Substance was a deep dive as well. If it's multiple parts, then we'll consider it a deep dive. Thank you so much, you guys. Let me know your thoughts, like and subscribe, all that. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.